Einen wunderschönen guten Abend und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Horizon Forbidden West, wo wir immer noch in der hübschen Berggegend unterwegs sein. Jo, wir haben letztes Mal große Mauer eingerissen, dass der Clan da ein bisschen aufwacht und loszieht, und jetzt steht so ein Cool Route, heißt das, an, wo irgendwie die großen, starken Jungs gegeneinander kämpfen werden, und wir müssen mal aufpassen, dass dabei nichts schief geht. Aber bevor wir da hingehen, werden wir auf jeden Fall noch da Call and Response Go to the Watchtower uns anschauen. Da soll man nämlich ein paar Soldaten ablösen, die dort unnötigerweise vom Anführer hingeschickt worden sein als Bestrafung.
In charge and stop them from causing any more harm. Fire won't help here.
Okay, brauchen wir definitiv noch ein paar Heilpflanzen, das haben wir low. Ich muss halt auch früher oder später anfangen, diverse Machines zu killen. Einfach weil ich alle möglichen Parts brauche. Ich habe zwar keine Ahnung, welche ich jetzt genau brauche. Aber wir fangen jetzt einfach mit dem da an. Großartig. Besser. Kann man nicht mehr. Ich glaube, den kann man mit kleinen Pfeile finishen.
I can keep going.
Vielleicht schnappen wir uns den da vorne auch gleich noch, wenn wir eh schon dabei sind. Jetzt gedacht, den Pfeil kriege ich noch ab. Also noch abgeschossen. Aber nö. Wow! Fuck!
Glad I got this.
Damn it. Ich befürchte, es ist ein Gegner. Definitiv Gegner. Ich hab wohl das Geschrei gehört, aber mir gedacht, wird ein sein, wenn nichts ist. Kriegt der überhaupt keinen Damage ab, hä? Wahrscheinlich schon zu weit weg, oder?
Let's find that hostile.
She's as good as dead.
That soldier with the heavy armor must
Got you, Outlander.
Here's a hostile.
check for Tels.
That firing's going.
Oh fuck, big boy.
Target her.
Shit.
Leader might have some tags. I should check.
With me?
Kann ich Halbdinger craften? Yes. Okay. Dann sind wir halbwegs equipped wieder.
How long do you think you can keep this up?
You worried about me?
Was?
Look all you want.
No one's good for you.
Ah, crap. Nice. Okay, wo haben wir noch wen? Ah, da unten. Hello.
Gotta be ready. You can fire anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot.
Ah, ich hab
Up here.
Backup Healberries im Inventar. Hat wieder was gelernt.
Careful not to let this stain my hands.
Ja, wir werden den netten Bär da unten, oder was das ist, glaube ich, halt trotzdem noch erlegen müssen. Weil es natürlich gut zu wissen, dass die anderen Berries ready sein und man dann noch einmal welche in Reserve halten kann.
Can't take much damage from fire.
Ah, aber von Frost. Full Damage kriegt er bisher nicht, hä? Ouch! Schlecht. Ganz schlecht. Fuck! Dabei war ich eigentlich so safe da oben. Ich hätte es einfach nur extra safe spielen müssen, aber nein, dann geht nichts weiter. Stress. Damn. Wenn man das Banditenlager da clearen, ist wahrscheinlich generell nicht die schlechteste Idee. Sich mit dem Viech da drüben anzulegen, anderes Thema. Ja gut, Stufe 42. Und ich sehe, ich habe Skill Points auch schon wieder offen. Silent strikes build up resonant energy fast and deal more damage when your spear is fully charged. Du kennt da drüben. Sharpshot bows are less inaccurate while you are walking or crouching. Gut, da wollen wir auf jeden Fall mal runter. Das heißt, wir brauchen mehr Smoke Bombs, dass wir da runterkommen. Was ist das da eigentlich? Overcharge more to a spear, immediately trigger powerful shockwave damaging all enemies in the vicinity. Klingt nett. Dann nehmen wir mal das da. Und das da. Berserk Blast. Special module to a spear. Ja, okay, gut. Das brauche ich glaube ich gerade gar nicht so dringend. Active Skills. Can this character unlock new camera from advanced combat menu? So. Ja, wenn der active ist, wie müsst ihr den dann aktivieren? Craft more ammunition. Brauchen wir jetzt nicht dringend, aber nehmen wir mal mit. Och, come on! Really?
Stay right there. Spotted the killer. Coming!
Ja, genau!
No more to fire.
Den nehme ich gern. Einen wunderschönen guten Abend wünsche ich dir. Okay, das da vorne mir mit Helm sein. Wie geht's dir? Hast du den Tag gut überstanden? Nice, Helm weg. Rebel Leader, was der unten, der liegt da tot unten. Okay. I take that.
Fire anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot.
Ja, bei mir passt da.
Set up here.
Ich habe ja jetzt schon Wochenende, voll nice. Morgen frei, mehr oder weniger. Also natürlich mehr, weil stehen ja nur Freizeitaktivitäten an. Gestern eben wieder mal die Sauna genossen, deswegen kein Stream, wie vorher schon angekündigt.
More of these tags. Gonna keep them for now until I figure out what to do with them.
Man,
The leader, the rebels should abandon this place.
man könnte versuchen, auf das große Ding mit dieser Deathbringer Gun zu schießen, aber... Freust dich schon aufs neue Deck? Ich bin total gespannt. Also ja, aber ich bin halt echt gespannt, inwieweit das funktioniert.
I guess fire claws are terrorizing the Forbidden West too.
No enemy can hide forever.
Wenn man wartet, bis man das richtige Level hat, ja, ich werde ihn eh nicht angehen. Das Deck hat, by the way, vor allem auch Karten drin, auf die mich total frei. Das war dann auch so, das Deck war grundsätzlich so, ja, sehr interessant, ja, kann man sich anschauen. Und dann habe ich die eine Karten gesehen und habe mir gedacht, okay, das ist eine Karten, die was ich einfach super cool finde, die ich in Constructed einfach nie spielen habe können, weil es furchtbar zum Umsetzen ist. Arcane Bombardment. Arcane Bombardment ist einfach super und ja, ich hoffe, ich kann sie mal spielen und Spaß damit haben. Ich glaube, ich will trotzdem die Krokos. Die Krokos waren ja nicht so schlimm.
Shoot it with fire.
könnte man auch noch mit Feuer draufgehen. Das hat beim anderen ganz gut funktioniert. Au! Goddammit! Kannst du woanders hin speiben? Okay, 2 tote Krokos. Bin gespannt, was die Karte tut. Klingt aber ja fies. Ich will dieses Boom auch noch wegen der Karte haben. Okay. Ich habe gar nicht gewusst, dass du auch wieder eins. Hast du schon gesagt, dass du auch wieder eins haben willst?
Don't see me.
Also, ich weiß nicht, ob die Karten Arcane Bombardment wirklich fies ist, weil es ist halt so viel Glück dabei, die richtigen Spells zu treffen, aber es ist dieser Faktor einfach mit jedem Spell, den du castest, automatisch immer mehr Spells zu generieren. Ich habe die damals in, wo sie rausgekommen ist, auf Arena in so 2-3 Decks einmal gesehen und halt kaum spielbar, weil viel zu teuer, aber lustig. Sagst du, willst wieder einen Nahkampf, oder was? Ouch! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Crap! Und wegen welcher Karte willst du es haben? Karte? Alter, jetzt, ja genau, ja, mischt der Meister Petz da drüben sich auch noch ein, natürlich.
I bet a cook can do something with this.
Gut, ich würde sagen, wir müssen ein bisschen an der Kampftechnik arbeiten. Ja, gleich mal kurz schauen. Kiri, Talented Sprout. Other plants and tree for Q control get +2/+0 to bring a post main phase return target plant tree for call land card from a graveyard to the hand. Also ich meine, sie ist super cute. Geht's dir primär um die Cuteness oder was die Karten macht? Okay. Niedlich. Cuteness. Da bin ich auch gespannt, was die macht. Ist die Commander oder ist die einfach nur im Deck?
Jarrah said the old watchtower should be near the falls. Time to tell those soldiers to head home.
Secondary Commander. Secondary Commander ist Main Commander, wenn man Secondary Commander bevorzugt. Ist das schon wieder... Ah nein, das ist der Outpost, wo ich hin soll. Friendlies normalerweise.
Watchtower. I need to talk to their squad leader, Kiva. I'll have use for these soon enough. Looks like the soldiers had some trouble. They must barely be holding out.
Hallo Jungs, ich loot gleich kurz alles von euch. Danke. Junge, ist echt cool, also Le Main Commander.
Supplies looking.
Ich bin gespannt.
Running low on dried meat and, well, everything, really.
Are you Kiva?
I am. And you. You're the Outlander who killed Regala's champion at the embassy. Ram Squad was there. We saw your duel. Cavallo still owes me shards.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. Chaplain Jarrah sent me. It's time for you to go home.
Jarrah's cracked then. There's no way our commander will allow us to leave our post. Not after our insubordination.
Things have, changed at the Bulwark. Dakota won't be able to stop you.
Really? He's finally been taken down a notch? All right then. The last member of Ram Squad is on duty at the tower on the mountain. Let me recall him.
Ich glaube, ich werde ihn abholen müssen.
Ezeko always answers. One of us will have to go up.
I can get up there easily. I'll check on him.
Much appreciated. The start of the climb is just across the falls.
Ein Special Boulder.
Yeah?
Oha.
What's going on?
We're moving out, back to the bulwark.
You're shitting me. What about Ezeko?
The Outlander will check on him.
Höhlenboulder, das mache ich alles spontan morgen.
Thought a dyer would be interested in this. This must be the start of the climb. The watchtower should be at the top. There's some kind of machine circling the watchtower. That's not a good sign.
Das schaut aber cool aus, das blaue Laserlicht.
Watchtower? Looks like I have to climb higher. Cauldrons must be... I gotta take out these machines before I can look around.
Okay, maybe not melee then. Holy hell! One down.
Okay, so why is the soldier sent to this watchtower?
Definitiv low on Heilpflanzen. Ui. So pretty. Ich glaube, der Eloy ist kalt.
That must be him. Judging by these wounds, the Sky Drifter surprised him. At least it was quick. Eva sounded her horn. It's a different call from before. I'd better get back down to the watchtower and check on them. The watchtower's under attack. I need to get down there fast.
Oh, noch mehr Birdies.
Into battle. Those machines are in for a surprise.
Blood of the Ten, the Outlander glides.
Und sie ist echt optimal, wenn sie fliegen. Dann kann man sie nämlich mit dem Eis schön vom Himmel holen. Und dann einfach niederstechen. Aber ich würde sagen, es wird Zeit, dass die heimkommen. Es wird ja nicht besser da.
Thanks for the assist. Is the Zeko on his way down?
Actually, machines got him. Took him by surprise. I'm sorry.
What? He was the first of the squad. Our best fighter.
He's gone, Kiva. It's just the two of you now.
Damn Dakota. All we did was go to the embassy. Follow Chief Hikaru's orders? And what do we get for it? A death sentence dressed up as guard duty. All because Tekote has a vendetta against the chief.
Well, that ends now.
Yeah. Thanks, Outlander. Here. This is for you. Pavalo! We're moving out.
Dakote's politics got one of those soldiers killed. But at least the other two get to go home.
Okay, da. Welche Richtung ist das?
No crunch under my boots.
Irgendwo da drüben dürfte noch ein Lagerfeuer sein. Ah ja, da. Hoffen wir einfach, dass wir da drüben mal wieder aufklettern können. Schaut aber gut aus. Okay, da unten wird zu Demeter gehen. Das werden wir jetzt aber noch nicht machen. Talk to the Pitmaster. Das ist einfach nur das Nahkampfding. Da oben ist irgendwas unknown. Da ist ein Unknown Shelter. Stonecrest. Ich würde sagen, eigentlich können wir daher zurück. Also werden wir da einfach Free Fast Travel nehmen, wenn sie es schon eingebaut haben.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hikaru and Marshal Katalo await you within.
Na dann. Gehen wir mal zu den Jungs.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaru's throne. And Ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Faraday exhibit. The job went to Anne Faraday, born and raised in the Hot Zone, Needles, CA, and a colonel in the Air Force. When De La Hoya instigated the takeover of bases in the region, she had been a dissenter and so didn't fight in the war, but was instrumental in peacefully evacuating other neutral personnel. During the conflict, she became one of the nation's leading voices for a non-violent solution, which, combined with her familiarity with the region and military background, made her credible to both sides. 3 months into her appointment, Faraday gave an address to Congress, ostensibly as a progress report, but actually a ringing statement of purpose. She transcended her usual plain-spoken military directness, passionately highlighting the need for community and unity in the face of an uncertain future dominated by climate change and increased automation. It came to be regarded as one of the finest moments of oratory in Data Corrupted. De La Hoya exhibit. Among these was Colonel Edward De La Hoya, commander of JDF-10, a deeply charismatic officer with family ties to Roberto Medina. De La Hoya grew up near Arizona-Nevada border and was responsible for having the task force based near Tucson. Several of his subordinates had families in the area. All of them were apoplectic, about 7'3" age, despising it as an unforgivable federal overreach. The threat of being driven off their land, no matter how inhabitable it had become, resonated with soldiers throughout the unit and beyond, many of whom were from conservative states or areas affected by climate change. As the Marazzo agreement took shape, Medina consulted with De La Hoya, who then took the case to his top lieutenant. Everybody agreed that the federal government was likely to send drones against the water fleet. De La Hoya, who came prominence as a pilot, told the others that he has prepared a single-handedly take on the drone squadron in. Es ist halt da irgendwie so, okay, Regierung nimmt sich dann das Land weg, in dem Land kann sowieso keiner mehr wohnen, deswegen bricht scheinbar ein Bürgerkrieg aus, das ist alles so für den Arsch gewesen. Also die Welt ist wirklich krass bergab gegangen am Ende. Outdoor exhibits. To our guests of the museum, please remember to wear light protective clothing when visiting our outdoor exhibits. Dust goggles, gloves, sunshades, and respiratory masks are available free of charge at the service desk near the corridor. The crater area has been scrubbed of all radioactive materials and is therefore completely safe.
It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Honor and strength. In the name of the Teil.
This could be useful.
Heavy weapon, stealth, tear. Deal more using heavy weapon, deal more tear damage while in stealth, increasing the remove of armored parts of machines. Recover health sooner when you are dangerously wounded. Nö, dabei bringt's eh noch nicht wirklich was.
Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Catallo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come from you.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Catallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
Okay.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Guten Tag, Herr Fabian.
I'll
So,
need a little more time.
Fine.
ich werde schauen, ob ich gerade noch Waffen-Upgrade da irgendwo machen kann.
So your enemy's fall. Be guided by
Da haben wir eine Workbench. Und da können wir Ressourcen auffüllen. Es ist doch alles da, was wir brauchen. So. Restock. Und dann schauen wir noch, ob wir was upgraden können von den Waffen, die wir verwenden. Einmal nix. Das Outfit, das ich anhabe, auch nicht. Long Leg Wingburner. Das könnte man upgraden. Es ist epic. Nehmen wir es einmal mit. Okay, genau, ein Upgrade geschafft. Melee Attack. Nee. Es ist halt irgendwie einfach das Outfit, was ich anhabe, trotzdem mein Liebstes von dem, was es bonusmäßig provided. Aber warte mal. Was bräuchte ich da? Ein Long Leg Wingburner. Long Leg Wingburner. Da war doch dieser Händler. Vielleicht kann der mir sowas geben für meine Blackbox. Aber genau das meine ich mit, ich muss mehr Roboter töten, weil für alle Upgrades fallen mir einfach die Parts.
Chief waiting for you in the arena. Further in.
Ja, nicht stressen da.
Is that playback device working properly?
Yes. Thank you for helping to fix it.
I've brought you more of the voices you're collecting.
Another chance to learn about this lost war.
God damn it! Dann halt nicht.
Let me know when you want to trade for those.
I'll let you.
Dann halt
Find
nicht.
the chief further in. Past the throne.
Dann gehen wir Sekul Route an und schauen mal, was passiert. Werden sein, wenn nichts ist.
Ready?
Ready enough.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
May honor call. May your name be honored. Let the blades.
This will be a heavy day.
The title Marshal must.
Not bad, I guess. Could be an awesome sports arena with the wars and crater and everything. Would totally see a game here. 10 out of 10. But bring in a hot dog stand and a lot more bathrooms. Also a roof and an AC. Man, it's hot here. It's not even noon. Jesus. Richie Davenport, Orlando.
This cool road will honor the fallen marshals. We celebrate. The rebels will
Will the
find
Sky Clan
only
stand tall after this?
Where's Dakota? Because thugs, of course.
Look, comrade. Chief Champion. What an
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you. Okay. Hikaro's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
And look.
Schauen wir mal, was sie uns da entgegenwerfen.
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Dunno! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory.
Acker und gefährlicher Sport.
Here they come!
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
Okay.
Take them out! The weapons along the side!
Ah. Ja, ja. Was zur Hölle? Ich dachte, die muss da schon sparsam sein, aber wenn es noch Nachschub gibt. Als auch feige von der da einen Haufen von den Machines eine zu schicken, anstatt selber zu kämpfen. Meine Güte. Big Boy. Wo wieder unten gleich looten darf. Das war's noch nicht. Zu einfach.
There. What is that?
I don't know. Hold the defenses! Go!
Ja, da komme ich jetzt wieder nicht ran, weil ich da runter muss. Was da oben an Parts gewesen wären.
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm!
Sink down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully the Denal can fire a few shots from that ballista.
Ouch!
Get the machine away from the ballista! Keep us attention! Firing!
Okay.
Reloading!
Na eh gut, wenn ihr getroffen habt. Ich bin auch getroffen. Ah!
Can't get a good shot. Get the machine away from the police station. Give us attention.
Er ist eh so ewig weit weg. Was redet denn die? Na, so langsam wird's ja. Au. Kannst du... Schießt die mit ihrer Ballista näher, oder ist die fertig?
Finally. I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katalo. I gotta get to them. Something up for that?
Ich will zumindest gerade noch ein paar Sachen restocken. Okay. Hast du Loot für mich? Yes.
Get to the chief!
Blumen sind wichtig. Jetzt haut sie wieder ab, ja?
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have! And all who stand with Hikaru will be run red.
Hat er diesen Bogen gehabt? Mit Pfeilen im Köcher?
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends.
Glaub, sie hat keinen Bock auf den Frieden mit die Culture.
If I believed you then,
Das ist alles.
but I believe in you now. So leave me and get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Dummes Ding allerdings.
This is it. Ether's below. What was this place? There. That console.
WTH Perkins. Text mail from Terence Goodman. Data corruption severe from Terence Goodman to Steve Perkins. Ever partitioned a cluster without telling me again? We had power surges all over the place, including one in the main building at 8:31 p.m. right when Director Cardori was heading out for the night. The Gold Mountain holo lit up from total darkness right as she walked by, and it scared the living shitballs out of her. She was pissed, dude. What are you trying to do? Get us all? Data corrupted.
Come on, Ether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Ether subordinate function to original code.
Ich habe, während ich es gelesen habe, nicht an What the Hell gedacht.
Yeah, this back to Gaia.
Ich glaube nicht, dass wir wirklich eine Chance haben, das noch zu looten, was wir da oben bekämpft haben, oder? Aber falls doch. Darf nicht einmal mehr zurück zur Arena. Ah! Ich war zuerst Wurf gelesen, dann habe ich gedacht, nö. Und dann.
The grove have changed.
Oh.
Words of the Ten are now clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hikaru saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
Okay, schauen wir mal.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
Ein guter Verbündeter.
Let us hope the new
All right.
marshals don't.
I need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
every word now. What it must have been like to
Join
fly into battle.
JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest.
Blade be bright.
Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
May your blade be bright.
Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert.
Jetzt müssen wir jetzt sogar zurück. Sobald wir da fertig sind, ja.
JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines. Observe the grid of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate. JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes.
Going to try, and I hope I'm there to watch him get his ass kicked. Aloy.
Out in the
A word,
field or
if you will?
relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward de la Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Meals, ink, bruises. These daredevils of
Aloy.
the sky shared it all.
Do you have a moment?
I'd sooner gut one of those drones.
Das ist eins von den 3 Subfunktionen, ja. Also, eigentlich sind es mehr Subfunktionen, aber wir sollen jetzt initial einmal 3 suchen.
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No.
He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hikaru cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo is the last of my blood.
What made Cavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
So if Cavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Cavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. He must. I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hikaru, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then, their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
If Kavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try. I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
I'll meet you there.
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost from there. Until then, strike true.
Gotta admit, it's an impressive feat.
You know what's more impressive? Taking down both the machine and its rider.
Are any of these challengers worthy of the title?
Hey, haben wir die schon gehabt?
Everything's sticking. Ugh, damn this heat.
This F-38 Rescuing is one of only 4 surviving planes used by Joint Task Force 10 during the Hudson crisis. A 6th generation VTOL multi-role combat aircraft, it was designed for air superiority, strike missions, close air support, electronic warfare, and intelligence gathering. Kindly donated to the museum by the Medina Society for Southwestern History.
The tribe... Champion, I fear we must lean on your strength and generosity again.
Just tell it to her straight, Ducka. The tribe needs the arena. She's our only hope to getting it open again.
You need the arena? But the cool route's over.
That's true, but we also use the arena to boost the tribe's morale.
We use it for training. Herd in machines so our soldiers can experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting.
Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hikaru won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case a machine runs amok, and it was damaged during the cool route. The parts we need aren't easy to find.
I get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and grab the parts.
We'd ask someone else, but every squad in the Grove is on alert. But the task is not without compensation, right, Kala?
Of course. Once the arena is open again, I would be honored to invite you to compete. A wide variety of machines will be available.
And I will award you prizes for victory. Not just from the arena, but also for medals won at hunting grounds. You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along with some bristleback tusks. Both kinds of machines have been spotted near a campfire to the southeast. When you're done, bring the parts to me at the maw of the arena, on the northeast side of the grove.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
One more thing. If you're going back into the wilds, I have another duty tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost.
Ah, ja.
If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation sometimes soothes their grief.
Da haben wir definitiv schon gefunden.
If that matters to you.
I've already found some of those tags.
I don't have anything to pay you with here. Bring them to me at the maw of the arena when you can.
Thank you, champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
May your enemies fall.
Guess I need to head southeast to find that rollerback. And I think I saw a herd of bristlebacks not far from here.
Guten Tag. Gut, der hatte gar nichts, was wir brauchen, aber wir können mal sicher unser Zeug verkaufen.
Outlander, your exploits must require supplies.
Senator Medina's visit. From Micah Kadori to Sonia Buenavita, Senator Medina's visit. Sonia, glad we could talk just now. I know we have differences, but I feel we share a common interest in keeping memories of the Hot Zone crisis alive. A museum is a living thing, with exhibits being discussed all the time. In the future, whenever you have suggestions, I will be happy to discuss them before you commit to interviews. I hereby confirm in writing we have reached the following agreements. RE Senators Mariah Medina's visit. 1. The museum route will be altered to accommodate the Senator's wishes. USRC displays in rooms 2 and 4 will be temporarily switched out. My team will update you on the precise items we'll show, but rare earth history will be the main focus. I can confirm we will have Roberto Medina's combat uniform, the Desert Camo one, in-house on time. It will be prominently displayed in the main hall along with the artifacts Miss Medina bestowed on the museum back in May. 2. Photo ops. Designated presents include the main hall, front, rooms 4 and 5, excluding 5.2, and the Crater Memorial. Kindly ask the Senator to walk outside no later than 7:30 p.m. Outside conditions will be suboptimal. After that, heavy dust and low sunlight will ruin the pics. 3. Your office will run the press list. If you could confirm your retraction of earlier statements to the press, we're good to go. Here's Micah Kadori, Executive Director. Irgend so ein Politiker, der was wieder nur die Hälfte sagen soll. Hauptsache er ist zufrieden, wenn man ihn da durchs Museum bringt, oder wie? Braucht man eigentlich auch nix. Wie viele Data Points da sein? Items for collection. From Katie Mangrove Brown to Info MBMM. Items for collection. To whom it may concern. My late husband, Kana Mangrove, perished with Roberto Medina at the Battle of the Mojave. When his last leave was hastily recorded, he left his duffel bag at the house. It holds the usual items, shirts, pants, undergarments, toiletries, but also devices with data, snaps of his unit, a collection of maps and marching orders, including the one ordering his squad to join Medina. He even kept a couple of small cheese and drone parts we think he took as souvenirs. Kana broadly spoke of taking down several. We were wondering, would the museum be interested in said items for the collection? The family would feel honored if his memory is thus preserved. Respectfully yours, Kate Mangrove Brown. Blackbox, das ist das andere drüben. Aber da ist noch eins. Feedback. Much of a gun at all, jamming all the time before it blew up in your face. What on earth is it doing in a museum? If there's a hell for guns, it belongs there. Rick Daley, Washington, D.C. Gracias por preservar esta historia. My husband and I were pleasantly surprised by the serenity of the crater in its current form. A telling landmark after all these years. Its silence is stark contrast to the violence of bygone days. Joy was here with my brother, but he has a wiener. Medina this, Medina that is all I heard in every exhibit. My father knew the Medinas from when they were still hauling rare earth in Arizona. Let me tell you, them folks ain't the heroes of this story, of any story.
Stuff for the stash.
Everything that's happened, I feel like I need to do more.
What is that jumping supposed to achieve?
Okay.
So the Osprey. I heard they're the ones behind the carnage.
Well, good thing I have a little something called strategy.
And giant lifts of gears and metal and iridium.
I'm afraid there's only one move left for you, my friend.
Regala's coming for Hikaru. It won't be long now.
Liegt mein Loot noch oben? Ich glaube nicht dran. Alles abgeklaubt.
I can refill my pack with these later.
Bei dem Flugzeug scheint auch nichts zu sein. Ja, dann. Get a Bristol Bag Tasks. Naja. Bringen wir mal die Gaia hinter, würde ich sagen. Also nicht die Gaia, die Subfunktion. IFA? Ich glaube IFA habe ich mitgenommen, oder? Und da hat mir scheinbar wieder jemand was zum Erzählen. Bitte, erzählen Sie.
I spotted a group of Osram salvagers wandering the edge of the desert near the southwestern
Definitely
border.
don't sound like rebels.
I'd report it, but I don't think they'll
Maybe
last
if I
long.
follow their tracks,
If the
I can
machines
find out
down
where
there
they're
don't
headed.
get them, the storms
I
will.
can probably use my focus. Oh, that's kind of you. Sounds like those Osram could use a hand. I'll keep an eye out for them if I'm down there.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something.
Ah,
Yeah, now that's music.
die haben wir im ersten Teil gefunden, ja.
Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Ja, ja, Land Gods. Mhm.
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too.
Hey,
Hey.
a nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such.
Jo, da gibt er vollkommen
I
recht.
had around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Ich habe aber keine Knutschen-Auswahlmöglichkeit.
I have to go.
I guess it's back to reading.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
Wird da wohl jede Menge Private Sessions
You
kriegen?
guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. but I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and
Wehe, du spoilerst's mir.
to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Der Land God ist komplett aus Metall.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the Dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvests passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. Right, I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Aber Hauptsache, die Anne will unbedingt da wieder Krieg mit den Karja anfangen.
We've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Alles nehmen wir mit.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Pizza? Apparently it tastes worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread with cheese.
So, our enemy is immortal. Most of my people don't survive past 30. Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Worse. So much worse.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
And why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. It never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Den stärksten Krieger wegschicken, damit man nicht abgelöst wird.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best martial. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. May the 10 walk with you.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
Oh, mine.
Companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Forzineth, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training.
Long is here.
Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Regala's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted. And for what? Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later.
The old ones use holograms for everything.
Looks like Arendt and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Hey, Arendt hätte wohl auch so ein ganzes großes Zimmer verdient. Ich meine, wenn er sich da im Kleinen wohlfühlt, ist ja fein, aber... So viel wie der schon mit durchgemacht hat, hä? Achso, das wäre... Okay.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static.
Okay.
Once I noticed this irregularity, It took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
True.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Oh, das ist doch wahrscheinlich der Honk, mir fällt der Name jetzt nicht ein. Der, was mit den Hades zusammengearbeitet hat am Anfang und ihn jetzt in dem zweiten Teil gefoltert hat.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades proving lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond.
Silent heißt er, glaube ich.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can. Door won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet. Gaia? What was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
Aber irgendwas scheint dort zu sein.
What for?
A little flourish.
Switch to a private log? Okay, so, Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs. Except personality. So, I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little tucked-away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
Oh, I'm back in the sleeping quarters.
Also da war jetzt einfach nur ein kleines Datalog und ein bisschen Loot. Okay. Ja, scheinbar ist da nicht mehr. So, wofür war noch einmal das Terminal da? Ach, genau, das war Overrides lernen, wenn man genug Materialien hat. Das war das. Okay.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown.
This ought to be good.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Ah, doch so ein Szenif. Die sind unsympathisch. Also die da.
What the hell?
Hey, nice one.
Well, that takes the keg.
Burl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. I wonder how many... Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
War da nicht irgendwo eine Truhe gerade in der Cutscene? Ah, doch, denke mal doch.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
Looked like she can make it
Hello,
come and go
Verbena?
at will,
What do you have for me?
but it's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset.
Well, go do your
Can we
thing.
call off this
I'll
pointless
wait here.
search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Self-destruct. Ah, a malfunction detected, self-destruct initiated. Das heißt, okay, es hat eine Störung gehabt, aber dann hat sich selbst zerstört? Interessant. Warum?
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Were they watching this area? The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset.
Oh,
I wonder what this asset is.
der zweite Elizabeth-Clone.
Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here.
Spectre Unit X9K4.16 and 3 orders received. Prime Directive assist recovery of the asset. Secondary Directive continue monitoring V SATA. Orders acknowledged. Status report sent to G. Beery. Hostiles detected. Engaging targets. Danger. System failure. IMI.
I better get back to Erend.
Kind of chilly up here.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Zu simple, zu convenient. Wie laufen die Runden heute, Fabian? Oder bist du heute bei was anderem als LOL dran? Loot?
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Command log. Storage unit access, data transfer initiated, operation suspended, fusion reactor on standby mode, download initiated, beamcast initiated, destination redacted.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthea's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Die Giant Killer Machines können jeden Moment auftauchen. Irgendwer muss sich ja da runtergegraben haben. Priority shift. From Song Zhao to FZ research staff. Priority shift. All. As you will undoubtedly have heard by now, we have lost the brightest star among us. Research on ectogenesis for the Odyssey was near and dear to Peter, and on behalf of the new High Council, I commend you for all your efforts and the great strides made over the last several years. Yet, as we mourn our founder, we must also keep our gaze on the bright future ahead. To that end, we will be shifting project priorities. Over the coming days, you will be briefed on exciting developments in longevity research from our Tokyo and Lagos facilities, with the new assignments to follow. In the meantime, all ectogenic chambers should be moved to storage. Refer to your leads with any questions.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Find out.
Progress report. There has been significant improvement, decreasing the time between touch-ups and the commercially available treatments like Osmanthus rejuve gene require. As for Malik's team, the latest results from their neurophysiology experiment seem promising. With the supplementary data provided by our Tokyo facility, we seem to be closing in on functional first-generation implants. Meanwhile, our friends in Zurich have sent over their findings on WBE. Mixed results. A couple of promising avenues, but anything bordering on real digital transcendence looks to be decades away. If not...
Anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
Digital Transcendence, das heißt, sie wollten basically selber AIs werden, oder was? Ich meine, ist auch eine Möglichkeit, um ewig zu leben, in der Theorie. Ah ja, von da bin ich gekommen, okay. Bin ich von da auch gekommen? Ich glaube nicht. Oh Gott, ich habe die Orientierung komplett verloren. Da vorne ist noch was. Noch eine Truhe.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Boah, das gibt's auch noch. Spoon-fed. From Daniel McGill to Claire Nguyen. Subject spoon-fed. January 18th, 2065. Claire, wish you'd been on the call with me with Zero Dawn. Whoever negotiated this deal with them was ingenious. A bunch of our old tech collecting dust in storage in exchange for a copy of all human knowledge? Talk about a bargain. And the guy heading up the Elufia subfunction, Patrick Brochard-Klein, you could practically see sparkles in his eyes when he was bombarding us with follow-up questions on the ectogenic chamber design. It was like we were waving catnip in front of him. Anyway, they're requesting additional material on nutrition delivery. High-ups gave the go-ahead, so send over everything we have. Brochard-Klein will probably pee his pants in glee. Then. Die Orientierung wieder kommt klar, das werde ich besser machen. So, ich kann jetzt entweder da runter springen. Frag mich, ob die eine Tür, wo ich vorher war, zum gleichen Ziel führt. Ich glaube fast, ja. Herrgott, was? Ist das ein Kompass? Ja.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Riesiger Raum.
So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Das ist a combat arena.
Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Aloy, schnapp dir den Erend.
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Ganzer Raum voller nix, definitiv eine Arena. Yep, würde ich also sagen. Okay, dass das scheinbar wirklich ein Raum voller nix ist, obwohl er eine eigene Tür hat. Dann drücken wir mal drauf. Ah.
136 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
237. Ha! I knew it!
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh no!
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! That's not gonna work. Ugly one, aren't you?
Ow!
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. No! That thing's quick. Well, it's covered in acid.
Ja, zäh, aber ansonsten halb so wild, würde ich sagen.
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Wenn beim Oberen jetzt der Erend mithilft, dann ist er sowieso Free Loot, also. Erend wird den ja eigentlich schon lokal anmachen.
Top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy!
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
On my way.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shit. Need to sneak around behind it. Tough fight if I take that thing head on. Shield down! It's on the move! Ah! Gotta follow up all that acid working.
Ouch!
Heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
Au. Ich war doch voll sneaky. Ich weiß nicht, warum ich den Special Hit nicht gekriegt habe. Komm! Na, geht doch.
Get the fumes in your eyes.
Gut.
That's a quick way to take it down.
Easy. Sag ja, Aaron macht den Solo.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk. Right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. Oh, the snow's dampening sounds.
Okay, gut. Die einzelnen Teile sind kein Loot. Dann schauen wir mal, was wir über diese Waffe lernen.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Er widerspricht nicht einmal.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. That reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. A spark and a boom.
Aber er hat's versucht.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still
figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah.
Sollte so sein.
And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps. Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Mal mit.
That's fine.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
You have a focus to spare. It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Primitive?
Booting up.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay,
Oh.
so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
Oha.
Can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Was doch mehr oder weniger genau der Purpose von Gaia ist.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry.
The rich guys.
He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
Ah.
It's inside the base. Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived.
Wahrscheinlich haben sie es selber verkackt.
1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age too. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eleuthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long?
What?
You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's
Nope.
still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey.
Gott, ist die negativ drauf. Chill mal.
You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
I'm telling you, the old one laid down.
Welcome back.
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them, and restore the display.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Danke.
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone. You're the one that helped me find it. People make mistakes.
Ist einfach super.
It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
Nebenquests annehmen, haben wir immer Zeit.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Aha, wieder mal ein Rumor. Den kannst du mir noch erzählen.
Heard the lowlanders have been fighting rebels by the coast, west of the grove. If you're still helping the chief handle those scabs, you might want to talk to Kragella at Tide's Reach.
If I make it out there, I'll see what I can do.
Ja. Ich werde die Chance zu traden jetzt auf jeden Fall verpassen, weil spät ist geworden. Bisschen was erreicht haben wir. Immerhin Beta gerettet und Agaya Subfunction, Function oder wie auch immer erhalten. That's something. Ja, ausgewählt wäre Poseidon als nächstes. Ich habe noch keine Ahnung, wo wir weitermachen werden. Wir haben so viele Sidequests aktiv. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich direkt zu Poseidon gehe, aber das werden wir nächstes Mal spontan entscheiden. Und nächstes Mal ist der Plan der Sonntag, also morgen und übermorgen definitiv einmal nichts, aber Sonntag sollte man normalerweise direkt da wieder einsteigen mit ein bisschen entspannt Sidequesten, bevor wir uns dann entweder Richtung Apollo oder IFA, Demeter, IFA haben wir, Demeter oder Apollo. We will see. Ja, und damit sage ich vielen, vielen Dank fürs Einschalten. Es hat mich sehr gefreut. Es war ein schöner Abend. Und ich wünsche euch eine gute Nacht. Schlaft's gut. Und man sieht sich demnächst wieder. Ciao, ciao. Gute Nacht.